In this boarding school for young girls, all the pupils are cadets. With bunches in their hair and epaulets on their shoulders, they've all taken an oath. Natasha is 12 years old and, like her friends, has sworn to serve her fatherland and be faithful to Russia. This morning, this young patriot at the only boarding school of its kind in Russia starts her day with her favourite lesson, military training. The lesson starts with shooting practice, using a Makarov pistol. For Natasha, shooting is easier and a lot more fun than solving an algebra problem. And shooting has also made these young cadets famous. These future elite markswomen have become stars on military programs on Russian national television, which depicts them as models of patriotism and devotion. No target practice outside today, but instead a lesson about the Kalashnikov machine gun, a bigger version of the famous AK-47. Natasha says she prefers the machine gun because it's longer and more powerful than the classic Kalashnikov. With the practical part of the lesson over, the older girls leave to practice for the next parade on Red Square.
In my family, everyone is either in the police or the military, so I'm following the tradition.
The guns weigh more than 3 kilos, too heavy for the younger girls who stay in the classroom to study other subjects in the curriculum like sewing.
We're preparing them to be future women, future mothers, future housewives. For example, in cookery class, they learn how to prepare healthy dishes.
The school says that learning how to peel potatoes is just as important as the other practical lessons. Natasha says it's not as boring as sewing, but she still doesn't enjoy it. She'd much rather talk about heavy weapons than cookery. Tanks are not very practical, she explains. They're always having problems with tanks. They break down, and repairing them is difficult. Natasha says she doesn't want to be a tank driver or peel potatoes when she grows up. She wants to be a lawyer. She studies all the same subjects as girls her age at normal schools, as well as doing military classes. Natasha's school day ends at 4 o'clock. She goes back to her dorm room to get her bear and call her dad, a staff colonel in the Russian army.
Алло, привет, пап.